Hello, I'm Dr. Henry Speck, and I'm here to talk to you about exercise and overcoming the fear of exercise, of getting started, and what it takes to maintain a long-term exercise program. I just finished a workout, and I'm feeling pretty good. Now, I didn't enjoy it. In fact, I hated it today, because today's a Sunday, and I had to push myself all the way up to my maximum heart rate, minus a few percentage points, and then up and down again. And let me tell you how I got started, and let me tell you how it might help you when you get started. The biggest thing that stopped me initially was fear. I was afraid to start because then if I didn't continue with it, somehow I would feel like I had failed. So probably 15 or 16 years ago, actually 18, I started because I wanted to reduce stress. And for many years I learned in my work as a psychologist that if you can get people to exercise, it not only fights depression but reduces anxiety and stress. So I worked out as often as I could, often trying to work out outside, or sometimes I would try to work out with someone else. Sometimes I would try to have fun or play a sport, because everyone kept telling me, oh, exercise is a lot of fun, but I never quite figured that out because I never had any fun doing it. I felt great afterwards, but while I did it, I wasn't feeling the greatest. So probably about 4 years ago, my wife and I went to a place, and they asked me about my workout, and I told them, and they sort of laughed a bit and said, well, you're doing the same exercise program the same way for 10 plus years. You're not doing any benefit to yourself. And then as we started to look at what expert scientists were saying, they were saying that if you can hit certain target heart rates, you're going to have a better outcome physically, and you're going to be able to take on certain conditions. For example, there were certain target heart rates people said were best to fight cancer. For men, there were certain target heart rates to fight prostate or colorectal cancer. For ADHD, we've learned there are certain sort of high level of activity, or we're getting your heart rate up to say 75 or 80%, where you can really improve concentration and memory because there's an increased blood flow to the brain. So there's a lot of new research, and the other part that came out said that if you stop for a week or two, even if you exercise for 10 or 15 years, if you stop for a week or two, it's as if you're not exercising if you're doing it for these health benefits. So it's important to have a way to maintain it over a long time, and do it on a daily basis. And that's sort of how I got started. Now, Exercise MD was about helping you get through the fear of getting started, because we have understanding coaches, trainers, who understand that you may have to start walking 5 minutes a day, or maybe 3 minutes a day if you have chronic pain, and then again in the afternoon for 3 minutes. And gradually, as we work with you and support you, you'll be able to walk a greater distance. If you have cancer and you're undergoing treatment, we know it's safe for you to exercise under supervision, and it's safe to do that in your own home, and in fact, if you're being supervised. And that's why we came up with the Exercise MD home program, where your personal trainer coach will monitor your work through technology, and you'll be able to do the best program possible. And the other part to all of this is doing it as a lifestyle. I think about taking my car in to get the oil changed. I think about the costs of those kinds of maintenance services, and often we don't do those types of maintenance services on our own bodies. So we see Exercise MD, particularly the home exercise program, which is a value added at $50 a month. We believe that is something that we all need to invest in if we're going to invest in our long-term health. So the fear is overcome by having understanding support, coaches and trainers to help you, and an understanding of where to start in the right place. So the prescriptive exercise assessment, or getting assessed before you start, is really important. And again, doing that from the comfort of your own home via Skype is a great way to get started. So I just want to conclude. If you have any questions, you can certainly email me at drspeck@drspeck.com. Ask me any questions. I can try to answer them or forward them to one of our kinesiologists or trainers who can ask. But remember, the biggest thing that's holding you back is the fear. And so we're here to help you. If you have any questions, feel free to. I was afraid too. I couldn't imagine exercising unless there was a goal. And just to exercise for help seemed like the most boring thing on the planet to me, and sometimes still does. But when I'm finished, I'm amazed at the benefits. And I want you to experience those benefits as well. So again, I'm Dr. Henry Speck, and I hope we see you again on Exercise MD. Let's get started and get on the road to exercise for better health.